Britain in the 1980s was a country finding its feet again after tough times. The streets still held the spirit of old Britain, but the car industry was fighting hard to survive. Luxury cars promised comfort, style, and a touch of class for those who wanted to travel in quiet elegance. Yet not every grand British luxury car lived up to its promise. Some arrived with high hopes and left behind stories of disappointment. Today we count down 10 of the most troubled British luxury cars of the 1980s. These were often beautiful on paper, but life on the road told a different story. Let's begin our countdown. At number 10 is the Rover 3500 SD1 from the early 1980s. Built by British Leyland, this fastback executive car featured a smooth 3.5-litre V8 engine and a bold, modern shape that turned heads. People liked its spacious interior and comfortable ride, feeling like a true British flagship for a while. However, rust, electrical gremlins, and poor build quality soon appeared. Number 9 is the Jaguar XJS. This Grand Tourer carried a powerful 5.3-litre V12 engine in many versions with sleek and dramatic styling. Drivers loved the quiet power, effortless cruising, and luxurious leather and wood interior. Yet early models suffered from high running costs and reliability headaches. At number 8 sits the Daimler 66, the luxurious flagship version powered by that silky smooth V12. Owners enjoyed the deep quiet cabin, soft ride, and real sense of occasion. Still, the complex V12 and aging electronics often led to frequent workshop visits. Number 7 is the Rover 800, also known as the Sterling in some markets. Launched in 1986, it offered clean modern styling, a comfortable cabin, and engines from refined 4-cylinders to a lively V6. Many appreciated its sharp handling and upmarket feel. But early build quality issues and mixed reliability hurt its reputation badly. In 6th place is the Jaguar XJ40. This all-new XJ6 arrived in 1986 with modern electronics, a cleaner shape, and a new 3.6-litre straight-six engine. Buyers were drawn to its elegant lines and famous Jaguar driving feel. Unfortunately, early cars struggled with electrical problems, head gasket troubles, and rust. Number 5 brings the Bentley Mulsanne and Turbo models. These heavy saloons used a 6.75-litre V8, with the turbo version delivering serious performance in traditional luxury. At number 4 is the Austin Ambassador. This large hatchback from the early 1980s tried to bring luxury space to a more affordable price point. It featured plush seating, a roomy interior, and a range of engines including a smooth 6-cylinder option that provided relaxed performance. Families and company car drivers liked the generous room for passengers and luggage, along with the comfortable ride that made motorway miles pass easily. It was practical yet aimed to feel a little more special than ordinary family cars. Unfortunately, its rather boxy looks and lingering build quality concerns from the British Leyland era prevented it from winning the wider admiration it hoped for. Number 3 returns to the Rover SD1 in its later 1980s form. Even as the decade moved on, this once celebrated fastback continued to show both its strengths and its persistent weaknesses. The V8 version still offered pleasing performance and a genuine grand touring feel, while many owners remembered its bold design and roomy cabin fondly for making long trips enjoyable. The car had real character and a distinctive presence that stood out in a sea of more conventional saloons. But ongoing battles with rust, water leaks, and inconsistent quality across the production run meant it often fell short of the true luxury standards expected from a flagship British model. Runner-up at number 2 is the Jaguar XJS during its 1980s heyday. With that magnificent V12 engine purring smoothly under the bonnet, this car delivered one of the most refined and effortless drives that Britain could offer at the time. The cabin wrapped you in high-quality leather and walnut trim, while the styling gradually aged into something quite distinctive and elegant. Enthusiasts loved the way the car flowed down the road with composure and the genuine sense of occasion it created on every journey. It felt like a proper British Grand Tourer that could take you across the country in comfort and style. Yet its reputation for thirst and occasional mechanical demands kept it from being the effortless luxury machine many drivers had hoped for. And now, at number 1, the car that still surprises everyone even today, the Rover 800 series, particularly its early years. On paper, the Rover 800 looked like the car Britain desperately needed. It boasted clean, modern styling that felt fresh and contemporary for the mid-1980s. The ride was comfortable and composed, the handling was surprisingly sharp for a large executive saloon, and it benefited from valuable Honda engineering support beneath the surface. Many buyers placed their faith in it, hoping it would finally deliver reliable British luxury without the usual long list of worries and workshop visits. For a short, optimistic period, it genuinely seemed as though Britain had built a genuine winner capable of standing shoulder to shoulder with the best European executive cars. The interior felt premium, the dashboard was well laid out, and early reviews often praised its refinement and value. But reality proved much harsher than the promising specifications suggested. Persistent electrical faults plagued many examples. Build quality was disappointing in several key areas, and reliability issues soon became common knowledge among owners. Stories of problems spread rapidly through motoring circles and owner clubs, turning what should have been a success story into one of the decade's most talked about letdowns. The Rover 800 arrived with so much potential and genuine promise, yet it ultimately fell short in ways that left many feeling deeply disappointed. That painful contrast between high expectations and everyday frustrations is exactly why the Rover 800 still surprises everyone when we look back at British cars of the 1980s. These 10 British luxury cars from the 1980s carried big dreams and real character during a turbulent time for the industry. They reflected a nation trying hard to rebuild its motoring reputation with style, innovation, and traditional British values. Some of them offered genuine moments of pleasure on quiet country roads or effortless long motorway runs, creating fond memories for those who owned them. Others clearly showed how incredibly difficult it was to successfully combine true luxury, comfort, and everyday dependability in one package. They may not have been perfect. In fact, many had flaws that became almost legendary, but they remain an important and fascinating part of our shared motoring history. A powerful reminder of both the soaring highs and painful lows of British engineering spirit in a rapidly changing world. Thank you for watching this countdown of the 10 worst British cars of the 1980s. Which of these cars do you remember most fondly, or perhaps not so fondly? Share your own stories and opinions in the comments below. We always love hearing from you. If you enjoyed this nostalgic look back at 1980s Britain and its luxury cars, please hit the like button and subscribe for more journeys into our rich motoring past. Until next time, drive safely, cherish those classic memories, and keep the spirit of old Britain alive.